I'm David Pogue. This week I wanted to talk to you about the building blocks of operating systems. But I had a problem. How do I visually illustrate the building blocks of operating systems? And then it hit me.
Sorry, Dad.
Use building blocks. Roll the video.
Let me explain to you how the software industry works. Software usually begins small and nice. Problem is, how do you get people to buy the 2.0 version the following year? Well, you add to it. You pile on new features. The problem is that, well, you can't add more features forever. Pretty soon you'll make the thing so big and bloated and complicated, nobody wants to use it. This week, Apple did something radical with its Mac OS X operating system known as Leopard. It released a new version called Snow Leopard with no really big new features at all. Instead, Apple considered the previous operating system to have a perfectly adequate number of features, not to mention no viruses, no copy protection, and no nagging. Snow Leopard is the same thing, just smaller, faster, and more polished. It's half the size of the old Mac OS X. You save 7 gigs on your hard drive. Everything's just faster. Programs open faster and run faster, especially the Apple programs, which have been written as 64-bit apps, if you're into that sort of thing. That's not to say that there are no new features at all. Mac laptops now adjust their own clocks when you cross time zones. The menu of wireless hotspots now shows the signal strength for each. This slider lets you make the icons really big. When you click a folder icon on the dock, you can see what's inside that folder and now even scroll through it. Buggy web page plugins no longer crash the web browser. You just get an empty rectangle where they would have appeared. Movies open up into a frameless playback window with built-in trim handles and a send to YouTube command. If you work at a company that uses Microsoft Exchange, your company's address book, email, and calendar can show up in the Mac's own address book, email, and calendar programs, right alongside your own personal information. That's irony for you. The Mac now has Exchange compatibility built in, but Windows itself does not. Snow Leopard isn't perfect, though. There are a bunch of existing programs that don't work quite right. With luck, they'll get fixes soon. And also, Snow Leopard requires Intel inside, meaning Macs sold since about 2006. In short, there are 2 radical things about Snow Leopard. First, that Apple went for smaller and faster instead of bigger and more bloated. Second, if you already have the 2007 version of Mac OS X, Snow Leopard will cost you only $30, not $130. And that may be the best feature of all.